A particular arthritis diagnosis affected one woman's mobility, especially in her feet and toes. We're looking at the exercises and movements that helped her get back to the gym and her favorite game of golf. Here's today's Fitness Fix. I'm here with Lisa Hamill from Good Life Fitness in Cambridge and one of her clients, Deb Lindsay. Deb, you have quite the story. Tell us about what brought you to take on this particular type of training.
Well, in 2004, I was diagnosed with severe onset rheumatoid arthritis and thought I would never get back to the gym again, and decided that wasn't going to be the direction I wanted to take. So I took my health into my own hands, and I found myself a functional medicine doctor, and we worked together for a while, and he brought me back to here. I'm able to work out again and do all the things that I was able to do before the diagnosis.
Right, and there are some physical exercises that you have taken on and made those part of your regular routine to get back to normal.
Correct.
And that's where Lisa comes in. Lisa, tell us about how important it is to keep our feet and our footwear in mind, even when it comes to the rest of our body.
Yeah, so mobility is really important for just flexibility and that kind of thing. Keeping your body working how you want it to work is really important. And all of us walk every day. So just starting with your feet at the base of your body, everything radiates up from there. So really important just to keep that in mind and keep the foot mechanics working as they should.
Right, and you were mentioning earlier that some people don't even choose the right footwear. So how important is it for us to realize what's going on down there?
Yeah, just realizing how your shoes make your feet bend and work or not work. So just making sure your toe mechanics are good and your toes actually bend how they should. Some shoes like steel-toed boots and that kind of thing really limit mobility in your feet.
All right, so in your situation, Deb, there were some specific routines and exercises that worked for you and brought you back to that state of normal. Maybe you can show us a demonstration of what those look like, and it may help others out there dealing with the same situation.
Yeah, so the first thing that we really looked at that really helped Deb's golf game, actually, it was looking at big toe mobility. So like I said, your big toe can actually get stuck and not bend like it should. So I'll just have Deb demonstrate here. She'll be down on all fours. And you'll see here just how her toes are tucked under, okay? And what she wants to be doing is she's pushing her body back, shifting her weight, and you'll feel a big stretch in your toes as you're doing that, okay? Working towards that big toe mobility and having them bend again like they should. So it's just a rock forward and back, stretching into the big toes as you do that.
Okay, see, this is very basic, and not a lot of people would think that they would need to, stretch their toes. So.
Exactly, yeah, and if you don't need any equipment, you can do this just, you don't need your shoes on, and you can do it anywhere.
Right, and Deb, I know you said you wanted to get back to the gym, but also you have a really passionate love of golf.
Yes, I do. It doesn't always love me, though.
So something else that's really important, Deb will just have you stand up here, is fascia. So what happens is your muscles actually have a casing around them, similar to almost like a sausage casing. And that casing can become really tight and immobile, and that can be part of mobility issues. So something that really helps your feet, I'll just have you step on the ball there. So not a whole lot of pressure, but all you're doing is rolling around like a gentle massage. And it probably will feel pretty good if your feet are tender and tight. And what this does is just loosen up that casing that sits around the muscles, just so that your feet can then again bend and move how they should.
Okay, so how often would you have to do this, Deb?
I try to do it at least once a day.
Okay. Okay, and then you found that very helpful.
Absolutely.
All right.
And one last thing that we'll look at, in kind of our sedentary society, a lot of people are, seated at a desk all day, driving, commuting, that kind of thing. So some really great stretches outside of the feet. Deb will just have you down on your back here. Looking at hamstring and glute stretches, okay? So generally those muscles shut off if you're seated all day, okay? So Deb will just have you hook around your foot here, taking the band. Yep. And Deb's going to work towards pulling her toe up towards her head. So we're stretching the hamstring in here. Generally that gets pretty tight if we're sitting all day. And then a secondary one that's really great as well. So if you bend the knee and put the band on the outside, yep, and then you just use the band to push the knee kind of across the torso, bringing the hip up a little bit here. We're getting a good glute stretch.
Wow,
okay, so that's just helping mobility in the lower body if you are feeling stiff.
Right, okay, some great stretches for really anyone to do. But Deb, anyone in your situation, do you have any words of wisdom to share with them? Because I feel like you're a success story.
Well, I would say be responsible for your own health and take charge. And don't let age be your cage.
Right.
That's good.
Lovely words of
there.
wisdom. We'll let you get up now, Deb.
Thank you very much, Deb and Lisa from Good Life Fitness for being here today. And that is your quick fix at 5.